welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to attempt to make a 1/6 scale table, chairs and decorations to go with Barbie here, and in the first video it is going to be the table. Now please do excuse the noise in the background, it is youngsters driving motorcycles up and down my street. So let's move Barbie out of the way. There's their motorbikes. So here I have drawn some lines. I will give you the measurements if you want to try and make this yourself. So there is 1 13 by 13 centimetre square, because this is going to be a square table, not a rectangle. Then here we have 8 1 centimetre by 12 centimetres. This is 5mm foam board, just to let you know. Then over here we have 4 1/2 centimetres by 12 centimetres and 2 1/2 centimetres by 11 centimetres. So I've marked all them out. Now I am going to cut them out. This one by here, I don't know if you can see where I've glued them together. I've made this one a tiny bit too big, so it's a case of I've lined it up here on this bottom edge. I will wait for it to dry and then I will just trim that off. So you're going to do that, you're going to let them dry, do any trimming that you may need to do. Now the next step is like completely optional. It is not something you have to do. It is something that I am going to do. So I'm not going to use this, I've just cut off a strip to show you. So using some white paper, you're going to make some long strips that are 1 centimetre wide, because we're going to be painting these, and this side is nice and smooth for painting, but where we stuck them together, like you can see the joins, and so once it's dry all you're going to do is you're going to line the outside of the paper, outside of the leg with the paper, and it will give it a nice smooth finish. And if you want to be really tedious, you can do 1/2 centimetre gaps and put it around everywhere where there is an exposed edge, which, as I said, I am going to do. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to go around all the edges with some white paper, and then I will be back and let you know the next step that we're going to do. Hello guys, so I am back. It has been several hours later, and so this is what we have left. Obviously this is the table, and you can see around the outside I've glued it with some paper so it is all nice and smooth, and I've done the same for the 4 legs, and I've mixed these up, there's different lengths. So, and I've also done it for all of these as well, so there are no rough edges, they are all nice and smooth. Now I would just like to say I am brand new to you know, dolls and doll houses and dioramas and, you know, 1/6 scale and 1/12 scale and all that. I've doing this all by myself, like doing what I think might work. I haven't got anybody showing me. So, you know, this stuff may look very simple and basic. That's because it is. You know, I'm right at the start of my journey, and lucky you get to watch me grow. So my kitchen is kind of white, yellow, gold-ish colour. So in a little pot, I'm going to mix up these two colours, which is like a mustard yellow. I'm going to add a bit of white, and then I'm going to paint everything in that colour. Now, you know, if you're wanting to do something which is seen as simple and you're following along, you know, you don't have to paint something in the same colour that I'm doing it. You know, you can do whatever colour you want. You know, it's just, this is the colour that I have decided to do. And I am using acrylic paint, if you are interested in what I am doing. I don't have any spray paint left, unfortunately, because spray paint would have been much quicker, shall we say. So I've got the mustard and adding a little bit of the white just to lighten it up a little bit, because the mustard was just a bit too vibrant for my liking. So now this is the colour that we've got, and I think it will go much better with the colour scheme that I've got going. And like I said, I am just going to give all these like a rough paint coat all the way around, front, back, sides, and then what I'll do is I'll actually go over it again completely with a sponge, and it'll just help smooth everything out and make it look more uniform. So I'm going to get on with doing this, and then once it is all painted, I will be back to show you what I'm doing next. Okay guys, so we are back. I have finished painting. We have the square, the 4 main legs, we have the 2 shorter pieces and the 4 longer pieces, and I decided to go with a dark blue so that it would match my kitchen that I have done. So now we're going to want to glue these pieces. So I'm going to turn it over because this corner here, I don't know if you can see that, got a bit crushed. So that's going to be under the underside, so you can't see it. Then our 4 skinny longer pieces is what we're going to do. We are going to put them around our table. Like this. And then we are going to glue them in place like this. So then, like from the side, the table looks like this. Now we are going to attach the legs, and we're going to put 1 in each corner, so there are 3 points to glue. This side here, and underneath the table leg. Making sure we are putting them legs nice and straight. Any excess glue that spills over, we'll just give that a little bit of a wipe. Being careful we're keeping everything aligned. Now we are going to take one of our shorter ones. We're going to make sure that it fits. It does, and we're going to push it up against the legs here. And then that gives another anchor point for the legs, and it also helps keep them nice and straight, so we don't get a crooked table. Making sure that nothing is moving and it is all in the correct place. And what we have done here, we're just going to do the exact same here. Like so, and we are going to leave the table like that for a good few hours to make sure that it dries properly, and then I will be back, guys. And here is the finished table. It is nice and sturdy, and what it looks like from the side and underneath. And to show you that it is sturdy, here is Barbie sat on it without any help, and it is holding her weight. And height wise, it comes to approximately just below a hip, which is roughly where tables come to on me. So yeah, this was my first time trying to make a 1/6 scale table. Obviously this is part 1 of part 3. In part 2 I'm going to show you how I made this chair to go with Barbie. And as you can see, it is a brilliant Barbie size, where it comes up to just below her chest. So yeah, if you want to see how I make this chair, please watch part 2.